I need to play some Chopin.
Oh my god, yes!
Chopin!
Cześć! Z tej strony Maciek Sychowiec z eurowizja.org. Jesteśmy właśnie z reprezentantką Australii, Dami Im. Hello Dami, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
How was your first rehearsal? Did you enjoy it?
I think I enjoyed it in a different way. It was a very intense experience, and I just loved seeing the stage for the first time. It was just so big and just amazing. The best stage I've ever performed on.
Explain us how your performance is consistent with the meaning of your song.
Well, the song is about feeling distant from your loved ones, and also, it's about how everybody these days are connected through the phone, right? Smartphone. But we feel more disconnected to everybody in a way, and we feel lonely even though there's so much technology. So I try to portray that disconnection through my song. So that's why we involve a lot of technology to show that meaning.
Last year, Australia was represented by Guy Sebastian, and Australia did extremely well, the fifth.
Yes.
This year, you have to at first perform in the semi-final. And do you feel some kind of pressure?
Yeah, it's the first time that Australia has to go through the semi-final like most other countries. So there is, that added pressure. But I also like the fact that I can compete like everyone else and fight for my place rather than being given to it. So yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy that process. And hopefully, I hope many people like my performance and vote for me, and that will be a good feeling.
And to start from the beginning, how did it happen that you were chosen to represent Australia this year? Because actually, I remember that before, even when Australia entered to the contest for the first time, there were some rumors that Dami Im can represent Australia. Maybe this is some power of your fans, actually.
Yes, my fans actually call themselves the Dami Army. Very powerful. And ever since, so last year, when Australia got to be the part for the first time, they were, doing a big online campaign and, fighting like they are as an army, saying, send Dami, send Dami, send Dami. And they kept doing that for 2 whole years. They're amazing. And finally, they thought, okay, now let's send Dami, because everybody seems to want it. So I'm very lucky to have such amazing fans.
Yeah, and we are glad to have you here as well. And before, actually, because your career in Australia started when you won X Factor. But before that, you tried for some time in Korea. Can you tell us something about that, this episode?
So I haven't sung until I was much older. So I started off as a classical pianist from when I was very little, and love playing Chopin and all of that. But inside I really wanted to sing, and when I first started singing, I started singing at my church, which they really encouraged me to sing. So I got invited to other churches to sing, and that's how I built the experience. And that was done in Korea because I had lots of church connections in Korea. And then I thought I really want to come back to Australia, which is where I grew up. So I came back and I thought, what can I do? I need to do something a bit scary. And that was X Factor. And I didn't expect, to do really well, but I ended up winning that series in 2013, so my career sort of took off from there, and now I'm here representing Australia, so I feel very lucky that I auditioned for X Factor.
And in X Factor you had a pleasure to work with Dannii Minogue.
Yes.
Can you tell us something more about your relation?
Dannii Minogue is, she is a beautiful person, not just on the outside, but inside she's just so genuine to me. And, even we've, kept a really close relationship since then. And she has been so supportive as, as a friend and still like a mentor, because she has so much experience in this industry. And she knows a lot about Europe, so she gave me a lot of advice when she found out I was doing Eurovision, and she got me this herbal medicine for my throat. She's just been the best support for me. She's like a friend and a sister, so I'm very lucky that I have someone so amazing that is supporting me.
Regarding like different continents, your career seems to be well grounded in Australia. Would you like to try to expand it to other continents?
I think Eurovision is the best way to expand my fan base and showcase my music to Europe, and also I think America is watching this year as well. Asia is very much interested, so I think Eurovision is definitely a great stepping stone to get more people to listen to my music. So yeah, this is where it all begins.
And about Asia, SBS, the Australian broadcaster, is an initiator of creating Asian Pacific equivalent of Eurovision. What are your feelings about that? Australia, which is very passionate about Eurovision and just entered to the contest, wants to bring it also to its own playground.
Well, I just think Eurovision is such a great tradition that Europe has, and why not share it with other continents? And if Asia can do the same thing, and Europe is so good that it can really bring people together. Come together, the slogan, to just everyone get together in a peaceful way and share all the different tastes in music. And I think it's just such a wonderful event. So if they could do that in Asia, I think that would be just wonderful. And for Australia to be involved in doing that, I think it's perfect, because we're kind of in the middle of every continent. We're not really part of a big continent. So I think it's good that Australia can be the bridge to get that started.
Yeah, and here comes the previous year's motto, building bridges.
That's it.
Yeah,
of course.
And it seems that you have very classical background. Right now you are doing very modern pop music. In which style do you feel the most comfortable?
My biggest passion is for pop music, and I love singing this Sound of Silence, the Eurovision song, because I do love singing big ballads, and just I like connecting with my audience. I also really enjoy when I'm sitting at the piano and singing songs, because I guess piano is my first instrument even before my singing. So when I get to do that, I feel the most confident, and I feel like I can express myself the best that way.
But at the same time, you're still connected to this classical sound, more like classical pop sound, because recently you released your new album, Classical Carpenters, with the covers of the band. Can you tell us, why did you do that?
First of all, I think when you hear a song and the melody and the lyrics are great, then it is timeless, whether it's from the 70s or whether it's written these days. A good song is always a good song. And I thought the Carpenters have the most wonderful songs that they've sung over the years when they were around. So I thought let's do my own take on it, and people need to hear these beautiful songs again. And it gave me an opportunity to sit at my piano and sing, which is what I love doing.
And to conclude, Poland and Australia are in the same semi-final.
Yeah.
Do you have some message for our Polish readers? Because actually many Polish fans love your song, and official Eurovision fan club put your song in the top 3. Do you have some message for Polish readers?
Should I say it to the camera? Thank you to all my Polish readers. Thank you so much for all the support you've given me, and I really hope that you enjoy my performance, and also good luck to Poland as well. I hope you really enjoy the whole experience, and I also hope you vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, and it was a big pleasure to talk with you.
Oh, same to me. Thank you so much.